Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Peaceful Nick the Medium. Today I'm going to answer some questions that have come in from clients and other friends and family members since I've started this journey. My husband is here with me and he is going to be asking the questions and I will be answering them. So first question.
Is mediumship exact?
Mediumship is not exact, and the reason being is our human energy level is very different from the spiritual energy level. So when we get messages, they can be similar, they can be exact, sometimes they are exact, and sometimes they are vague and unclear, and you have to find out more information and more evidence to prove what message is coming through. That's the basic gist of it.
Question number 2. Would you say being a medium is the same as being a psychic?
Being a medium and being a psychic are slightly different. All mediums have some psychic capabilities, but the major difference is being psychic, you are reading the person, the living person's aura and energy field, and reading about their life, whatever psychic information you're getting. Being a medium is you are connecting spiritually to the spirit world and speaking to people who have passed over. Sometimes mediums kind of cheat a little bit and they go into the person they're reading's aura and they take psychic information, and that psychic information can be true and it can be accurate, but that's not really communicating with the spirit world. You really want to communicate as a medium with the spirit world to get evidence to prove your loved ones are coming through to talk to the person you're helping.
Question number 3. The information that you give people, is there a guarantee on the information you receive?
There is no guarantee on anything in mediumship. It depends on the energy of the medium, the person sitting, waiting for the medium to give the information, and the people in the spirit world. Sometimes people aren't ready to come through and communicate. And so if a sitter or a client is coming in expecting to hear from great-granddad, who was their favorite person in the world, and they wanted a special message, there's no guarantee that great-granddad is going to come through with a message. So sometimes clients get very upset because they have an expectation to hear from this special person, but that special person may not come through. So there are no guarantees in any mediumship setting.
Which you just answered the next question. You may want to touch on it again. But your clients, when they maybe want a certain someone to come through, does that always happen?
It does not always happen. It does not always happen. And sometimes you may not realize you want to hear from a different person, and that person comes through, and you can be very happy to get a message from Aunt Jane, but you were expecting to get a message from great-great-grandpa. So there is no guarantee that anybody will come through. There is no guarantee that the message will be, love and butterflies. We really, as evidential mediums, are looking for evidence that your loved ones who passed are still present here with us. And that's the goal.
I've heard you speak about symbols a lot. Mm-hmm. Would you expand on what symbols are and are not?
So mediums have to develop their symbols over time. Some mediums use a lot of symbols because they have practiced for many, many years and done many, many readings. Some mediums don't hardly use symbols at all. It just depends. Every medium is very different. Every medium style is very different. But what a symbol is, for example, I often see yellow ribbons in a young girl's hair. To me, that symbolizes that the person who crossed over is putting a yellow ribbon in this woman's hair as a young girl, if it's a woman who I'm reading. And that means to me that this person who's in the spirit world is an older person who cared for this younger girl who is now an adult. So a mom, a grandma, an aunt, a godmother, something like that. So symbols, and there's some leeway with symbols, and sitters or clients don't always understand the symbols and what that means. It's complicated if you make it complicated, but really it's a generalization a lot of times of certain aspects of communicating between the client, the medium, and the spirit world.
Fantastic. Do things always make sense immediately?
No, sometimes things don't make sense for days or weeks. And sometimes you have to ask friends or family members. For instance, I was doing a reading for a gentleman and his grandfather who he never knew came through. And he showed me a certain event in his life. And the client didn't know about that event. And the client later called his mother, and his mother just blurted out of the clear blue sky, this event happening. And the client was like, whoa, I didn't even know that happened. So sometimes you'll get information about your loved one that you don't know, and then you have to go ask someone else about it, or it comes up in general conversation.
You know, I heard you say in a reading yesterday, you asked your client not to feed you. Can you explain that, what that meant?
Yes, so feeding the medium means if you're talking to a client and they are nodding along vigorously or saying, yes, 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 that happened, or tell me about the time we went out on the boat, that's feeding the medium. The goal of evidential mediumship is for me, the medium, to get information from your lost loved ones to prove they're still there, not for the sitter or the client to tell me the things that happened and then have me build a story around it. So when you're sitting with a medium, you don't want to give them any information. I don't want to know anything about anybody. I just want you to come in, take some deep breaths, and be calm, and let me work with the spirit world, and don't nod along or don't feed me any information.
You know, messages of healing are very important. But what is the goal of evidential mediumship?
The goal of evidential mediumship is to help people heal by getting evidence from their loved ones to prove they are still with us in spirit, and they're always with us, and we can call on them anytime. You can take some deep breaths and you can ask questions, and you'll hear their voices if you are, practicing and listening. So you want to know they're always with us. They're all safe. They're all sending us love, and they're all with us at all times. I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and I want to thank my husband for asking all of these questions that came in from clients. And I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you all have a peaceful day. Send any questions. I'll do another video later with any other questions you have. You can contact me at the links below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day.